Hi everybody, this is Mr. Go, and today we're going to take a look at this first lesson, right, on trying to design an app, okay, on the Design tab inside of Lesson 12 in Unit 4 for Code.org. So let's just get a couple of things straight. So you guys have seen this user interface before. What I mean by user interface is here's the toolbox, right? And you notice it's very limited at the moment because really what we want to do is focus on the design of the app instead of the code that actually runs behind the app. So I want you guys to imagine something like this. I want you guys to imagine that someone had handed you some instructions on how to build this app, and they said, okay, I want you to build this app and make it look like this, okay? When I run the app, I want to be able to use this recycling finder app, okay, to be able to find the location of the nearest recycling center that recycles glass, or maybe some paper, right? Or maybe just plastic, or actually all three, or maybe two of the three, and so forth. I want to find a little bit more information about that particular recycling center right here. When I click on that, or when I tap on that button, I want the contact information. So when I tap on this button, when I press the contact button on this app, it gives you the contact information for that recycling center. And when I click search right here, after I put in my location, my home location, it gives me that information as well. So think about it like this. Again, someone is paying you to design an app that looks like this. So let's just design it according to that. And so it's kind of like a little bit of like a mock-up, right? So we're just trying to figure out, okay, so how do we go through designing an app using the app lab inside of code.org? So first things first, right? We're just going to go ahead and follow the instructions right here, okay? And it says create this prototype, okay? Now make sure we're in the design mode. And the switch appears right above the app window on the left. So let's click on this design mode right here. And you can see now the design toolbox looks a little bit different. There's now all of these different items that we can actually add inside of our app. As you can see over here on the left, they've added a few things as well. For example, if we click run, you can see that there's a checkbox right here that we can kind of check, right? The glass checkbox is already there. And the search button is right there. But note that the search button doesn't really search anything yet. Because really what we're doing is we're just looking at the design of it. Okay? Alright, so now let's go back to the instructions. Okay? It says make sure that the app is in the design mode, so we're already there. Okay, let's click on the text title to view its properties. So here's the text right here. Okay, title. This is my app's title. Now if you go down here, note that that particular item in my app, okay, has some properties. Here's the text. Here's the name or the ID of that particular piece inside of my app. It's called the home underscore title. And right here it says text, my app's title. So it says we need to change that. We're going to make it look like recycling finder. Just like how it looks right here in the mockup. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and type in recycling. There it is. And if you notice, as soon as we change that text right there, you can see that the title actually changed text as well over here. Perfect. All right. So now let's take a look at the next step. It says change the font size to make the title bigger. Okay, well, let's scroll down and then see if we can find the font size right here. Ah, look, we can even see there's font information right here. So right now it's 14. Let's make it to like 25. I like that. Okay. And it looks like this right here, that font right there might be comic. Okay, that's what it looks like right there to me. Yeah, that's about right. I'm not a big fan of comics. I think I'm just going to keep it at Arial. Okay, so let's just keep it like that. All right, so let's go to the next bullet right here. It says change the text alignment so the title is centered on the screen. All right, well, let's do that. Over here, where is the... It says text alignment. Right now it's on the left. Let's see if we can center that. Perfect. It's centered now. Awesome. Now let's click run to make sure that it works. Yeah, there it is. Right there in the middle. Nice and big. Okay, called recycling finder. All right, and now that we're done with that, let's go ahead and move on to the next level. Right, let's click finish. Okay, and we'll continue. All right, awesome. So now we've got some new instructions. It says each screen of your app is composed of multiple design elements. And what we can do is drag some of these items to bring into our app. Okay, so let's do this. It says drag out a new label element and place it where the home description text should be. Well, let's refer to our mockup right here. It says home description right there. It's in bold. And it says find the nearest available recycling bin. So we need to put something right there underneath this logo. We don't have the logo yet, but let's just do the new label first. Okay, so and if we click right here, you can see that there's a label that we can drag in there. So let's click and drag that and bring it right there. Okay. All right. Now it says change the ID to match the prototype called home description. So what this is right here, this ID in purple that you see right here, okay, it says label number 1. What we want to do is try to make sure that when we're adding all of these different components inside of the screen for our app, that we have descriptions for, or IDs for each one of them. And then that's what we need to title it. It says home_description. Now note, you can't have spaces. You can't call it home description. Okay? And notice that spacebar doesn't even want to work in there. Okay? It doesn't even want to add my spacebar in there. So what we're going to do is put an underscore right there. Perfect. Right? So now that we've changed the ID to match this home description, perfect. Now let's change the field text to match the prototype. Well, what does the text say? It says find the nearest available recycling bin. So let's do that. Find the nearest available recycling bin. Awesome. You know what? It's kind of off to the side, so let me go ahead and make sure that it's centered. Okay, that's good. It looks like there's some space kind of between the two lines and so forth. You know, I'm not going to worry about that for now. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the space between the lines. Whoa, check it out. Notice we can change background colors as well. We can change text colors. So we'll do that in a little bit. Okay, right now let's just keep it the way it is. We've done what we needed to do. Let's click run to make sure it looks like, yeah, okay, good. So my app still, look, the checkbox still works. The button still works right there. We're just not searching anything because we don't have any code yet. We're just designing the front of the app. Okay. All right, let's click finish. All right, and then let's click continue. Awesome. Okay, now we need to add images. All right, well, let's take a look at our little cheat sheet right here, our mockup. It says home logo. So we need to find a logo. Drag out a new image element. So where's the image element? Ah, it's right here. So I'm going to click this, and I'm going to drag it. I'm going to put it right here. Perfect. Now, hold on a second. That image is kind of big. So I might have to go ahead and move this guy down here a little bit. And so notice, you can actually move the text boxes. You can move the images left and right and so forth. So you can actually just work on just the design of the app before you even start to actually code it. Okay, great. So now it says change ID to match the type, the prototype. Oh, sorry, here we go. I'm on the second bullet point now. Change the ID to match the prototype. Let's take a look. The prototype says home_logo. So let's change the ID. Home_logo. Good. Now let's go to the next one. It says choose link next to the image field. Okay, so right here, here's the image field right here, and let's click choose. Perfect. Huh. Okay, so this looks like we're going to go ahead and add the logo. You know, let me see if I can find a recycling logo. Okay, recycle. Ah, check it out. Look at that. There it is. I like that a lot. And, you know, we can even choose the color of the icon. Okay, so let me see. Where would we do that? Ah, right here. It says color for the icon. You know, maybe we should make it green. Okay, so let's drag it over there. I kind of like that green right there. That's a good green. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Did we do that already? We chose the icon, changed the color. Perfect. Let's click run. There's our app. Awesome. Let's click finish. Let's keep moving, okay? Cool. All right, it says now drag a new button element for each of the 2 remaining buttons. What buttons do we have? Well, we got a home about button right there and a home contact button right there. Oh, okay, good. So I think you guys are starting to get the hang of it. All you have to do is pretty much follow the directions that you see right here. Okay. And look, there's even an animated GIF that actually asks you guys to go ahead and do those things right there. So I'm going to have you guys finish this. So level 6, level 7, okay, level 8, and level 9 right here. So finishing the screen. And then if you guys have any questions, you can just reach out to me, send me a message, right? And all I want you guys to do is to go ahead and follow the directions right here by adding the buttons, adding those checkboxes and so forth. It's just so then you guys can start getting used to taking a look at the design toolbox and seeing what options you have available to make this particular application. All right, I'll see you guys soon.